Hello everyone. In this today's video lecture, we are going to see how to apply validations in Struts 2 MVC framework. So here we are going to use ID NetBeans ID 8.1. Here we are going to use Java class. We are going to create Java class, as well as we are going to create JSP files, struts.xml file, web.xml for mapping purpose, and then we are going to see the output. So let's start. So we will create with a new project. We will be creating Java web application. Next, we'll give the name as validations, and let's say we will give today's date as 28/4. Next, here if you see, we are going to use a Glassfish server. You can select Apache Tomcat also. Since I have configured Glassfish server with this, so I'm using this Glassfish server. You can see Java Enterprise Edition 7 web, and then the context path it takes automatically. So out of the given frameworks, we will be selecting here MVC. They are giving us the options: Spring Web MVC, Struts 2, Java Server Faces, Struts. We are going to select Struts 2. So here you can say create example page, and it's automatically taking Struts 2 core 2.31.15. The libraries which have been installed here, these libraries you can get from the Moodle, get from the internet. Okay, so here you can see the libraries I was talking about, Struts 2 core 2.3.15. All these libraries are available on internet if you want to implement MVC using Struts 2 core, and you can just add it using tools and plugins, and you can add the available plugins over here. The plugins, since I have already installed, so it will tell me that it will give me the option that I have already installed it. Okay, so you can just select from the downloads folder wherever you have downloaded and click next. It will be added to your NetBeans ID. So let's start with the project. We are having here, we had given the name here as validations 28.4. Okay, so this is our project. So let's start. We will create first a new JSP. We'll give here index.jsp. Now in index.jsp, we will try to create the UI, user interface. So I'll just give here HTML head, the title as validations Struts 2 MVC framework. Then in this we need to import those Struts tag libraries. So I'll just have this tag libraries, and I'll give the URI as struts - tags. Okay, and to this I'll give the prefix as equal to s. Then I just remove this hello world. I'll just add the s prefix which was given as text field. I'll just create the text fields. So name is, let's say, user. Label, which is given to it as label, which is given to it as user. I'll just close this. So I'll just now copy this fields. Okay, I'll just keep on adding the fields like user, then I'll just have this age, then I'll just add email, then I'll just add date, then I'll add website, okay. I'll just give the labels as user, then age, then I'll just add your, for this I'll just give email, date, and website. Okay, after this I'll just submit. I'll just have the submit button. So after clicking on that submit, it has to take some action, right? So submit, then value is equal to, value for that submit button is going to be submit. Okay, and I'll just close this. Now if you just run this particular file, I'm not running entire project over here, I'm running just this file. So after running this file, I should get the UI. So that means if we are getting it, okay, so you are getting the UI something like this. So I just need to add here break statements or the next line statement. Okay, so I'll just add over here. Break statements. Okay, just run this. Let's see how it works. Okay, now it is giving me in a proper manner. Okay, after this, we will create our Java class. So we will go ahead with this. We will create new action support based action class. So we will give the name as my action .java. Okay, and it will be created. So now here you can see it is automatically importing those whatever action support based action class needed essentials, means com.opensymphony.xwork2.action support. These are the modules which it needs, so it has imported it. So now we will try to create our action support based action class in detail. So here public class my action which extends action support. So I'll just give here the variables which we have taken. So we have taken public string, then user, age, email, public string, user, age, email. So here we can see public int age, okay, then public string email, then we will have public date, okay, then we will have public string website which we have created here. public string website. Okay, after this we will just try to import this getter and setter through getter and setter. So I'll just create this getter and setters for this. So I have got this get method as well as set method. Now here it is giving me the red color, means it is having the error, it is cannot find this particular symbol. So I'll just try to import related package. So see, it is suggesting me that add import for java.util.it. So I'll do that. So once I have done that, it has added this add import java.util.it. Now we will just go ahead with adding validations. So these validations, validator fields, we need to add before set date or set user or set other things, right? So we will just add here add required field validator, and I'll just give the message over here as date must be entered or user must be entered. Okay, user must be entered. So similarly, now it is giving me again the error that it cannot find it. So I'll just press Alt Enter. So it is suggesting me that add import for com.opensymphony.xwork2.validator.annotations required field validator. I'll do that. So now here you can see import com.opensymphony.xwork2.validator.annotations required field validator. I'll just keep on adding import com. See, it is suggesting opensymphony.xwork2.validator xwork2. Validator dot and it is giving me the suggestions annotations, and after annotations we have got several things like date range field validator, email validator, then int range field validator, range required field validator, required string validator, short range URL validator, validation parameter. So I'll just keep on adding all these things, right? So here you can see I have set the that user must be entered, right? Similarly we will give it for everything. Required field validator, user must be entered. Similarly before set age I'll just give age must be entered, means you cannot keep that field blank. Okay, after this I'll just apply this email must be entered. Okay, date must be entered. Okay, so I'll just write here email must be entered, then date must be entered, then after this set website must be entered. Okay, and for this I'll just add override I'll just create one method over here, public void validate, and I'll just write over here that just we can give anything. If age is less than 18, then it should give me the error that add field error. Add field error that age should be greater than 18. it should be greater than 18. So similarly, okay, so we have given here validate. Then after this method has to be overridden, right? So I'll just add here override the other methods. Then after this execute, it will return us success. Okay, execute method will return success. Similarly, what are other things which we have not added that we have to see? Here we are not throwing any exception. I'll just remove this. Okay, after this we will just add some more things, right? We can give to website that URL validator has to be there, right? So it should not be you can enter anything and it will accept. It should not be happening like that. So I'll just add URL. See, we have imported here URL validator, right? So I'll just add this URL validator. URL validator, and I'll just put there that if you input anything other than email ID, it should give me the error. So I'll just add here enter valid URL, enter valid URL. Okay, fine. So after this we have given required field validator everywhere. Then after this what we can do is after this we can give for what is remaining is email. Yeah, we can give here email validator. Email validator, and I can give the here message as please enter valid email. Okay, fine. So now it is giving me error, so I'll just add import for it. So I have added import for email validator. Okay, so that's it. It is giving me error over here. Yes, message. Okay, please enter valid email. So that's it. We have added everything. Okay, so we have added email validator. Then even for the date we need to give some range, right? So I can give that range also here. Set date range field validator also I can add if you want to give the validations for date range. So com dot OpenSymfony dot xwork2 dot validators validator dot annotations dot date range field validator. I can give that. So even you can give the date range field validator over there, as well as we can add again a required string validator. Import com dot I'll just add here required string validator. Okay, fine. After this, let's create struts.xml file. So this is our Java action support based action class which we have created. Now we will start with the struts.xml file. So this is your struts.xml file, as you can see. So I'll just give here the action name. Action name is equal to I'll just give their action in index.jsp file. Then class is my action. When I'm going to click on the submit button, that time it will invoke that particular validate action, and it has to go to this particular my action action support based action class, that is Java class. Okay, so inside this, if result name is going to be success, then it has to go to display. Now after this we have to display the output, right? So display.jsp, we will create one more JSP file, that is display.jsp. and if the result name is going to be input, fine, we will not keep it. We are not giving any kind of result input. Okay, so I'll just keep like this. So this is our struts.xml file. We have given the action name as validate and class is my action. Okay, so now we will just put this action name validate in our first index.jsp. So when we are going to click on the validate, it has to go to my action Java class. So I'll just put here as form action is equal to validate, and I'll just close this form, right? This has to be embedded within a form, right? So I'll just close this. Okay, just run this file. Let's for a so meantime it is running. Okay, so this is our form, right? So we will go ahead with the display.jsp that we have to create a page. So I'll just create new JSP display.jsp. I have created this page. So after this, what are the things which are needed in display.jsp? We will put here if the action name here, we will just import those struts tag libraries. We will just import those struts tag libraries. We will give the URI as /struts -tags and prefix is something else. Okay, prefix is s. Then after this we will just give in body part, we'll just give user. Okay, user, then as property value is equal to user. Okay, it will display that value and then it will close this. Okay, I'll just copy this. We'll give here colon over here. I'll just copy this. Okay, so we will add another fields, user age, then we have got email, then we have got date is there, date is there, then we have got website. Right. So I'll just put the values also like this. Value for age is this, value for email, and then add date, then add the website. Okay, after this we will just go to one more mapping file, that is web.xml file. I'll just open that file. So this is a project, so we'll go to web.xml file. Web.xml file is under configuration files. So here in web.xml file, see, it is giving us rest all the things. Filter class we are not going to change. We are not going to change the session timeout, that is going to be a 30. Then welcome file, here you can see it is example hello world.jsp. So instead of that, whenever we are going to welcome the file, welcome file should be index.jsp. Okay, so fine, this is our project. What we have done is we have created this index.jsp. This is our form we have created. In that form we have created an action validate. So once you click on the submit, then that action will be invoked. It will go to struts.xml mapping file, the controller file. Here it will, when you click on the validate, it has to go to class myAction. Then it will go to myAction.java class. It will do the validations. Then it will go to once it is success, then it will go to display.jsp file. So display.jsp file, here we have created display.jsp, which will be showing us doing the validations and showing us the things. And web.xml file which we have created, that is for again welcome file mapping purpose. So here mapping files are true, struts.xml and web.xml. User interface files are .jsp files, and myAction.java is nothing but a controller file, or controller file is struts and web.xml, and model is nothing but myAction.java. Java class here is the model, and user interface we are getting view because of JSP. Let's run this particular project. So I'll just clean and build, deploy. Okay, so as you can see, it's running. Build is successful. Lastly server is running. Run deploy is successful. And then let's run this project. So after running this project, we'll get the screen something like this. So it has gone to the index.jsp page. When I click on submit, see, it is giving user must be entered. I cannot keep it blank. Age value should be greater than 18. By default it is checking 0. Date must be entered. So let's put these values. So let's put some of the values, like if I am giving 12 as age, or instead of this 1 2 3 date, I will give something like this. Website I am giving like this. Okay, so here it is giving me that user is fine, age should be greater than 18, enter valid email. It is giving invalid field value for the field date must be entered. So here you can see 0101. Okay, and then HTTPS www, it has accepted. So when I click on submit, it will go to display.jsp page. Okay, so here you will see the Java class file in which we have given the necessary validations. What were the validations given here? You can see here, get date, set date. For above set date we have given the required field validator, required date range field validator. Okay, then here we have given so this is our, I'll just show it from the scratch. So here you can see date range field validator, required field validator, URL validator, required string validator, and email validator. So here you can see before set date I have given required field validator, date must be entered, and date range I have added afterwards. After this I have given the set age, required field validator, age must be entered, and then you can see here set email validator I have given, and it should not be left blank. The email field should not be left blank. And then the set website required field validator website must be entered. Okay, and I have given URL validator, valid URL has to be entered. And for the set user again, I have given say user must be entered. I was trying with this, and then if age is less than 18, add field error that age should be greater than 18. Okay, so this is our and execute method we have just overridden. Okay, thank you.